Who amongst us here has not felt its soft yet steely cords entwine itself around our soul? Hello, and welcome to Weird Romance. I'm Cupid, your host tonight for two spine-tingling, mind-boggling, loin-engorging tales that shall enwrap your soul with... Alright, what? No. I see the look on your faces, and I know exactly what you're thinking. You're sitting there thinking, oh, he doesn't look like some little fucking cherub. Well, you know what? I don't have to look like a little fucking cherub, because I got these. Yeah. See, I poke any one of you guys with this bad boy, and I guarantee you'd be sucking my pole in about 5 minutes. So think about that, you smug little pieces of shit. I'm sorry. I'm a little spun up. See, I kind of got these body image issues. You see, my mom, Venus, well, basically a slut. My dad, Vulcan, well, it was supposed to be my dad, but with Mom, you can never be too sure. I mean, had this thing with Mars, and he was all pompous. Anywho, Mom, Dad, quote-unquote, wasn't around very much. And Mom had this habit of cooling over me 1 minute, running off with some guy next, and then slinking back all apologetic and saying stuff like, oh, men disappoint me, but you, darling. And then she would insist on giving me these back rubs when I was a teenager, and walking around the house all half naked. And I'm not saying she was all incesty, nothing like that. I'm just saying that beauty is what she had. That was her only way to relate to men, even when it came down to her own kid. But I absolutely guarantee that none of you guys want to hear about this bullshit, so let's get it. Our first tale tonight is about marriage. About two souls about to be joined together. But can true love bridge the gap between family, ethnicity, and most of all, the dark secrets that even the most intimate of lovers hide from one another? Let's find out. Here, Russian Roulette for Lovers.
To get into an argument with my father on the night of our rehearsal dinner.
You were just betting a sporting little wager amongst the familia.
You're making me fall down! How hard is it to do the rehearsal dinner? Grin at in-laws. Eat. Grin some more at in-laws. Make vacuous statements. Grin. Leave. Is grabbing the microphone from the father of the bride and yelling, it was a flounder, a part of this plan!
We were talking about fishing, This just naturally grounded the conversation that we were having.
This thing is perfect. We're having our dinner at the most expensive restaurant in town. I've got my new Stella McCartney dress on, my amazing shoes. The bridesmaids are appropriately jealous. And then you go and ruin it with your stupid, macho, posturing argument.
It wasn't even an argument, really. This isn't that big of a deal. Someday we'll laugh about this.
Oh, sure. It'll become our little joke. We'll all be sitting around 50 years from now at some retirement home in Arizona with a couple of other old dried up skeletons. And I'll say, hey, did we ever tell you about the time Tony almost punched out my father at our rehearsal dinner? And we'll all laugh so hard, our dentures will fly out into the putting green. No, thank you.
I did not almost punch him. I was just trying to grab the microphone. He wasn't anywhere near as upset as you are.
And why did he storm off before the damn dinner was
He was
over?
gonna go check the DVD. He has the extended version.
What DVD? What does this have to do with the bet? What was the bet
We
anyway?
were talking about all of the fishing scenes in the Godfather movies. Like where Fredo goes fishing and doesn't come back. Anyway, we ended up betting on what kind of fish is in Luca Brassi's bulletproof vest. You know, they bring it in and they say, Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
You made a bet on what kind of fish Luca Brasi sleeps with. This was like 5 seconds of the movie. I don't know why Daddy has to see the extended version. A couple of extra murder scenes won't change anything. Those movies are all the same, compelling yet formulaic. The family is in trouble for 2.5 hours. Oh no, what will we do? I know, let's kill all of our enemies at the same time. No one will ever suspect that. Bang, bang, bang! Everybody dies and that's the last half hour.
The movies are not the same. The first one is about the experience of first-generation immigrants in America and how their traditions confine the behavior of their children. What 2 is about is how Michael takes control of the family business and makes it even more profitable than it was under the old Don, but loses control of his actual family. And the interesting question is, why does that happen? Is it because of a change in America since his dad was in control, becoming less traditional and so forth, or was it because of some flaw in Michael's character? Or was it both? I read somewhere, I think it was on some website, that Coppola had said he thought the story was the saga of a great king who had 3 sons, each of which inherited one of his qualities. Fredo got his good nature, Sonny got his force of will, and Michael got his intelligence. But Michael's intelligence wasn't enough to keep the family together. I don't think 3 fits into this analysis, and so therefore I discount it as part of the saga.
Who are you having this conversation with?
What do you mean?
I mean, who are you telling all this to? Is there an audience in your head? Are you off in Fantasyland giving the keynote address at the Sons of Italy Film Festival? Tony, the bet.
Listen, I distinctly remember the scene. Both of the fish's cold dead eyes were staring out at the assembled Corleones. So naturally, it had to be a flounder. But your dad claims it was a haddock.
So you made a bet on whether the fish in the bulletproof vest was a flounder or a haddock.
Actually, I win if it's any kind of flatfish. He wins if it isn't.
So, what did you bet? What were the stakes?
Oh, a little... There's nothing.
How much, Tony? I know what you and Daddy are like. I know you dropped $10,000 to him on the Super Bowl last
I
year.
had that dead to rights. Then New England's secondary falls asleep late and lets the guy make the catch so New York wins. You know what? Don't worry about it. We can't lose any money on this.
I can't take any more of this.
Yeah, I can understand. Women tend not to enjoy these movies.
You know, I can see why you don't like 3. Michael has become a wimp. Boo, I killed so many people. I killed my brother, poor me. You don't see Connie running off to the Vatican for the delusion of salvation after she killed that guy with the poisoned cannoli? I believe this. You've got me talking about this Goomba stuff, and I want to talk about the bet.
Aha! Goomba, huh? That's racist.
Goomba is racist? You use that word all the time.
Yeah, I can use it. I'm Italian.
You are like fourth generation American. Besides, your family's from northern Italy, not Sicily. You're practically Austrian.
So?
So you don't even speak Italian.
Oh, so now you're going to define my ethnicity with your arbitrary measures?
Your middle name is Kevin.
Hey, come on, my mom's Irish.
You drive a BMW. You play fantasy football while drinking light beer. You're a stockbroker. You're the whitest guy I know.
Sure, I'm white now, but that wasn't always the case.
What?
Back when my ancestors were getting off the boat, immigration laws were deliberately slanted so that northern European immigrants were preferentially accepted. Italians didn't become officially white until about 1940, when you white folk needed help winning World War II. And the irony is that Italians became white just before it became cool to be non-white. We could have been people of color, like Hispanics. Come on, help out a little bit longer. We probably still have Columbus Day off.
Tony, I want you to know that I have a deep, deep respect for the Italian people. From that nuclear scientist guy.
Enrico Fermi, damn it.
Enrico Fermi.
He was on a stamp.
Right on down to Sylvester Stallone. Now, can we please get back to talking about the bet? Are we going to lose the down payment on the house?
I told you we can't lose any money on this.
Why not? We're getting married tomorrow, Tony. This is my bet, too. I can always ask Daddy.
Okay. Look, I'm not going to lose, but here's what it is. Okay, if I win, he pays my debt to your...
To my Uncle Piotr.
Yeah. And if I lose, I have to call off the wedding.
That's what Dad wanted.
Yeah, I tried to offer him money, but he wasn't good.
Daddy's so protective. He never liked you.
Oh, listen, I just wanted to do this one last little bit, you know, just to help us get out of this little, and I swear, I'm going to quit gambling. I mean it. This is just going to help us start our new life together. Yeah.
Tony, how could you even consider calling off the wedding? Do I mean so little to you?
Yeah? What? Miami is getting 7? No, I don't care how bad that asshole's ankle is. That's... Hell yeah, I want a piece of that. No, I gotta go. Forget it.
The first step is to admit that you have a problem.
Baby, this thing with your dad, it isn't even a gamble, really. Because I am so sure.
Get away from me, you asshole. Ashley? Yeah. Everything is fine. Really. Call off the wedding. Everything is fine. Tony and I were just joking about it right now. Oh, really? Well, that kind of fraternization is supposed to happen at weddings. That's why we have an open bar. That's why we put condoms in the gift packs. Okay, I'll call you back. You'll be happy to know the maid of honor and the best man are banging away.
Wow, Skylar and Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually kind of funny in this context.
How? We're flaming out, but a new couple is rising from the ashes.
No, forget it. Well, I was just thinking. Jordan's got those protuberant eyes, so I was thinking sleeps with the fishes.
Damn it, Tony!
Come on, baby! I'm gonna win! I mean, we are gonna win.
Are you sure about this? I mean, really sure?
Absolutely.
So, you would be willing to up the ante then, right?
Whoa, wait. What?
I mean, we can make a little side bet. If you win, I'll take your last name. I know that's something you want.
Well, it's more traditional. I'm a traditional kind of guy.
Yeah. I'll become Svetlana Rigaziani, or maybe I'll hyphenate. Svetlana Parapatenkov-Rigaziani. That has a nice ring to it.
Maybe you should just stick with Svetlana Rigaziani, huh?
But if you lose, I get to call you Kevin. Or maybe Kevin.
I don't. You know what? Okay. If it makes you happy.
Well, it's not going to happen anyway, right? You're going to win.
Yeah. In the bag.
So let's add on. If you lose, you have to take 30,000 shares of the stock from the Russian oil company IPO you've been working on and sign them over to the shell corporation I've set up with Uncle Pyotr in the Cayman Islands.
Holy shit! Where did that come from? I can't do that. That's illegal.
I don't think you have a choice, Tony. This is an offer you can't refuse.
Why not? This isn't a good bet for me. What's the upside? You take my name? That's not worth the risk.
The real upside is that you get to live.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't think you realize how big the downside is on the bet you made with Daddy. Uncle Pyotr doesn't think you can ever pay him back. The only thing that's keeping Pyotr from killing you is that I am going to marry you. If you lose and call off the wedding, you die.
Christ almighty.
You have to hedge against that risk.
That is insane.
It's quite rational, really. My bet lets you eliminate the possibility of death. If you lose, Daddy will forego his part of his bet, because this stock scam will make you a valuable member of the family. I'll still marry you, and you'll make more than enough money to pay Uncle Pyotr.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna win that bet and pay Pyotr off. Then I'm gonna still call off the wedding and get the hell away from you and your crazy Russian mafia family.
This is a classic hedge, Tony. This is what fund managers do. They assemble portfolios of investments with offsetting risk profiles. I know you understand. This is what any financial professional would tell you to do in this situation. Daddy? I know about the bet, Daddy. Hold on. You need to make up your mind right now.
Shit! Shit! I'll take your bet.
Okay, Daddy, what is it? Interesting. I'll call you back. That was Daddy on the phone. Guess what Daddy said? Kevin.
Oh, Christ!
One eye, Kevin.
Christ, I was so sure! Oh, Svetlana, let me ask you something. Was this whole thing a fraud from the beginning? I mean, did you ever really love me?
Of course I did. And I do. You're me little shamrock. I knew you could do great things if I helped you grow a backbone. I did this for us, Kevin, because I believe in us. I may not be taking your name, but I'm signing mine on the dotted line in the stock scale.
I guess this isn't the last thing you're going to make me do, right?
Every bride asks herself, will it always be this way? I think it will, Kevin.
You people are animals.
If you wanted sympathy and understanding, you should have gambled with other Italians. I think turning white made the Italian mafia soft.
Yeah, Russians are white too.
It's not enough to be white in America anymore. You need money too. My family understands that.
But does your family understand the Russian judicial system?
What did you have in mind?
Well, I heard about this good stock scam in Russia, but you have to bribe the judge. You see, these guys on the board issued themselves extra shares to dilute the voting rights, and then remove the CEO. And
I knew we were meant for one another.